So welcome back. We are now on to the 8 steps for starting or setting up your business, the basic layout. And this should be actually for you just something like, the core information where you go through and figure out your personal adjustment, because your life situation will define what and how you want to do that. Your client could be different from one person to the other, and very likely is. And so see it as just a basic step suggestion how to go about, but I'm 100% sure from what I see in the field that you will benefit from that. You will find something that enriches you in your knowledge and in your skill, how you put your work out, and serves you in your goal that you will be setting, which is also very personal, right? Somebody wants to just have a little bit pocket money, and someone else would like to really develop a career. So depends on how much time you have, what your lifestyle is, if you have other duties you need to tend to. So see it as a baseline, but there are core elements that apply to say any business these days, because we are so information based. So today you really need to be out there, and the positive part of our internet and connection is you don't need any more of those gatekeepers that decide if they take your work or don't take your work. You can connect with your audience directly if you maintain your web presence or establish first. Okay, so where are we? So these are our, I move it closer, these are our 8 steps in setting up your SilkArt business, but it could be any art or craft as well. And actually a few people wrote me that they have different craft business but would like to add silk scarves to it. And I really love the idea, because silk scarves can enhance almost any business. Even if you would have cosmetic studio, or friend has cosmetic studio, or you do jewelry, silk scarves or corporate gifts, there are so many ways where SilkArt can enhance what already exists. So think big, right? Think about possible connection, think about possible expansion, and think about scalability of your business. And what I mean with scalability is, your business has potential to grow from little seed to a big, beautiful blossom, flower, tree. So plan it with that thought in mind. If growth is something you want, then think scalability. And this is far, it goes too far out. I will be not going into details how to manage it. But let's go back and go to the basics and start to look over what we need to do first. So I have here, learn and master your skill. And I always repeat it. It could be the basic one, or it could be the advanced. And I encourage you, of course, experiment, learn. Never stop learning. Develop your talent through new skills. Add to it. Have the excitement. So you need to learn and master a skill, right? The next one you can choose what product will be the right way, what fits your preferences. What would you like to do? You need to have originals for sure at the starting point, but there is possibility, as we said, you can sell your skill, you can use your originals for reproduction and build your income on the reproductions. Matter of fact, I have many originals that I am not selling at all because the reproductions are feeding my income, and I don't want to sell the originals. So several I sold, and by the way, you still have the copyright even if your work is sold. So that's just the information. You can do your reproduction, and what I do when I sell originals, I'll put this line in there so the client knows. So, okay, so you learn the skill, then you will choose which way you want to get your skill out, in what kind of products. And that could be a mix of those, what we said, skills, reproductions, and originals. You can mix up those. And we combine the systems, we come a little bit closer to how to start, right, how to structure. So then, important thing, choose your client. Define your ideal, how you call it. Define your audience. It's usually that's terminology. Your target audience. And why everyone will tell you that you need to define your audience is not because you want to sell only to those people, but it's because you need to promote and market your product. And you may agree that you cannot do that to the whole world. So for the marketing purposes, and so you can really target marketing, then you need to pick a segment that will be your target audience, the ideal client. And I would say, make it like who would like you to deal with, right? So, because it should be fun, the whole process should be fun. You should pick the audience you like to be in touch with. You have something in common. You have something to tell them. You have beside your products. And so that's the next step. So the first thing, okay, learn master skill, choose your products, and choose your audience. Now, the next step, which reads here, what is your message or story, so-called unique sales proposition, was actually touched on already in the first video. This is the reason why people will buy from you. So people buying art, they want to know more. They want to know about you. They want to know what inspires you. They want to know why you produce this. What is the message in it? And I was reading through some of our silk friends' website, like poetry on silk, and bring it out in a way that inspires the client. You need to think about in a larger picture. Why is the client buying the scarf? What needs is there you can fill? And if you think through, just put yourself into the shoes of the client. If you would be the one who is buying the scarf, you either buy it for yourself because it makes you feel good and the color fits and everything, but if you are selling originals, then there is more than a fashion piece, right? It's more than a scarf. And so in your certificate of authenticity, there should be a clear statement that makes the client feel the originality. And for example, what I'm using on my certificates of authenticity and everywhere, and you might agree, somebody said that to me, a friend gave me gold nugget, and it was actually in Germany, and I tried to paraphrase what he said to me. He said to me, he is giving me this gold nugget because there is only one in the whole universe the same as I am. So it was very, nice compliment, beautiful thing. And I just love that notion of it, because every one of us is a unique original. And you are the one who produces with your hands and with your creativity originals. So these originals pay honor to the recipient. They pay honor to the one who is buying this, because you are giving this person, this client who buys it, a tool to appreciate another one. So think a little bit deeper. Think about why client would buy your product. What is actually his or her need? And somebody quoted, and I quoted a Harvard professor when he was teaching to the students, and I like to give you this because you might then remember what you need to do. He said something like, paraphrased, when a client goes to the hardware store to purchase half-inch drill, this person doesn't need half-inch drill, really. This person needs half-inch hole. He is just buying the means to there, so his need is satisfied. And for the same thing applies here. What we are doing, we are filling the need of a client. So consider what it may be, and also make the whole process for the client as smooth, as enjoyable, and as simple as possible. So, okay. I went a little bit too far on this, but I think this is the core. This is the reason why people will buy your product. And because it's you, it's uniquely you, and whatever you put in there, sometimes, somebody also said, oh, people do not think, and I wouldn't say people do not think, but people are so busy, it, the mind goes everywhere, and we, when we market our products, we need to help people to realize it, and it helps when you write it down. And certainly it helps when you convey it in your personal communication with a client. So unique sales proposition is the key of your positioning. The rest is mechanics that you need as well, of course. And this is, so the first part, which was the skill, choosing your audience, choosing which way you connect with them, and your unique sales proposition. Everything is around you. Now, when we take the next step, we want to connect with a client, right? Then we come to the next 4 steps, which reads here, choose the sales channels, how you want to get your products out to the market, create website, produce portfolio, and start your campaign. And I have quality, 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 and I would add excellence. Aim for excellence. And it never stops, right? So my yesterday's video is, or say better, my second video is better than the first video, and my second scarf was better than the first one. So we evolve constantly, and that's the excitement of life. So embrace it. Don't put on yourself this I'm not perfect or I'm not ready yet, because you never will be ready if you wait. Start. Make the first step. Listen to what people say. Don't let them put you down. Just take the lessons. Emulate what you want to do the next, and go. Develop. It's fun. It's life. Okay. So choose the sales channel, and I think I have something here, because what I like to say here. We have 8 points, and you can see that create a website is here by number 6. So many people, by knowing that I need a website, they just take the point 6 up to product, right? As soon as they have a product, they put up a website. They don't know to who they want to sell, and they don't have any unique sales proposition, how to bring themselves out. So that's why website is here on number 8, because you need all the data here from the top to put on your website, and the same with produce portfolio, which is basically just the tangible expression of your information that is on the website. And then once you have those, then you start your campaign, because when you engage with a client, you give him or her your business card, then you need to have a website that actually reflects what you are doing. So I put it aside, and we go back to the point, choose the sales channel. And it's not what we were saying about choose the modality, originals, reproduction, or selling skills, because each of those modalities and products in those modalities where we found, I have on my list 33 products you can actually put out, but all these products actually can be sold in different sales channels. And I touched on that at the beginning when I was telling you about my story and my lessons. So these are the basic channels. There is more, but these are the most common. So direct sales are of course the best one in the revenue. And but I would like to expand a little bit. You might be thinking, okay, well, direct sales, I only can directly sell to so many people. There is not much efficiency. Where this direct sale becomes very effective is if you target a client where you can deliver a larger amount. And this especially applies to either pictures or banners, or I'm thinking wall hangings, or corporate gifts, or anything in the area. So you basically made up you know to who you want to talk, right? You make some background research on the client. You know if you are a good fit. You need to know that first. Sometimes they will just approach you and say, oh, I know you do this beautiful art, and I have this restaurant, and I would need 10 pieces. Can you do something? And how much is it? So something like that, then there is real money that you are getting in for your efforts. So direct sales, but they can go from single sales, right? And silk painting, silk scarf parties, and stuff like that. There is lots of fun in direct sales. So the next one is very common for starters if you are reaching beyond the personal contacts. And myself, I still maintain the consignment sales in the galleries, because I think even if it's not the main focus, because consignment, I wouldn't suggest really anyone to do for making living. It's, in my case, I would say, and you read in the book, if you did not download the book all about SilkArt business, please download it, because I am listing there all the pros and cons of every of these channels, so you can reflect what is good for you. And just to recap the consignment, it makes sense if you can maintain it. The best is when you can go there in person and check on your inventory. And what else? What else is best? Okay, you get exposure. You get exposure, and you also get here promotional partner, because once you are in the gallery, then usually they have a website with the people who they have a gift shop, and then they have a list of people, and you will be on that list. So you will be out there in the world on the net through the partner, but you will also be out there in the world through the gallery. So when you are, this is, I'll see as the starting point of public exposure for your work. But don't overdo it, or better say, you need to move beyond that. Maintain for sure the galleries for a reason of building your image, positioning yourself, getting people to know of you, right? Because it's very supportive connection. And maintain your inventory, turn it, because the consignment stores have regular clients, and those clients want to see new stuff. So maintaining, turning the inventory there, and keeping in touch. Suggest for sure the galleries, because it's a prestigious outlet, and you get the proper exposure with other quality works, right? But to make money, you need to move to other options. Either you do the consumer shows that I was telling you, or you put up an online store, which we will get to it when we go to the systems, and which is kind of, online store is kind of consignment store. If you go to a partner like Etsy or eBay, or there are so many, then it's still something like consignment, because you are paying fee. But the other option is to do the wholesale, and it may be a little bit large jump here from consignment to wholesale, because I would take the direct sales and, as always, player. You need to, this is fun, and if you can approach clients where you can land nice, larger contracts. It could be in corporate gifts, it could be, like I said, hotel, then I'm still calling that direct sales. You might go down with your price, but you are not under pressure as you are here with wholesale. Because wholesalers, I think they have quite hard life, right? Because they themselves, they are somewhere in the market. And I'm speaking of retailers, sorry. So the retailers will buy from you and double the price they paid you to forward it to the client. So you need to consider more there. If you can approach directly a retail partner in your area, then the cost is less than the additional cost is less than if you go to the trade show. So the trade show is it's expensive, it's powerful, it's expensive. I would suggest you create some experiences here, get exposure, connect directly once you are established with our 8 steps, and then go through the specific channel that suits you the best, and read in the book if you need to know more. So now we are on strategy and systems. So we went now through positioning. You are asked to go through all these steps, and then you have your unique sales proposition, you created products, you are taking pictures of your products, and then you decide who is your target audience, to who you like to talk, and then start to develop your presence to the public. So you will choose your sales channel, and you will create website, portfolio, so you can connect with your work and communicate what you are doing. And then you start your campaign. This is for today on the first part, the most important part, on positioning, packaging, which I'm referring to. It means how you're going to get out your skill and talent. This packaging is not only wrapping up your scarves or cards or whatever, the physical packaging. Packaging is the packaging your skill and talent, and you can do that through originals, reproductions, or your skill. So that way you connect. Then you need to promote, and then you need to connect with partners who will support you. So today we covered the whole top part, which is the most important part, and the next video will go to the systems and structures, and then to you, because you are actually the most important part of the whole thing. So feel free to write down under this video any comment or any question, because I am sure that I'll be able to answer some of those at least. And for me, it's really important to know what challenges you have, what questions you have, so I can improve and I can incorporate it in my own products and in my own teachings, and help you and others more effective and better, right? So have fun, enjoy your creativity, and I'll talk to you soon. Thank you. Take care. Thanks.